DM Waters, sorry to hear the creator's bombing. What do you think the likelihood is that it'll build momentum via word of mouth? So my most anticipated movie of the fall was The Creator. I saw it. I really dug it. Its initial Rotten Tomatoes scores was like mid 80s. So it looked like it had early buzz. I had a friend who did a test screening, and I mentioned this in every video I talked about where he said there's glowing praise for it. It's an original sci-fi epic that Disney actually gave a budget to do something new. And it never generated momentum with the general public. It looks like its opening weekend's going to be at $14-15 million. It only cost $85 million, which in terms of big blockbusters is super cheap and affordable. But if you only make $15 million opening weekend in the US and like 15 more globally, so like 30 million opening, that's a really bad sign. The cinema score was a B+ for a movie like that. That's not a great cinema score, so it's not a good indicator of solid word of mouth. Right now, it feels like The Creator's going to be a bust. The likelihood that it'll find its legs and take off and gain momentum at this moment, that feels pretty unlikely. I'm thinking I wouldn't be surprised if The Creator opens soft and next week has 55-60% drop. I don't think it's going to have good legs. The chatter just pretty well disappeared, especially with so much good buzz surrounding Saw X, and then next weekend is Exorcist as well as Totally Killer on streaming. There's just a lot of competition right now. And there was a flash of buzz surrounding The Creator, and then it pretty kind of quickly turned into it's not as great as everyone wants it to be. And then now it's turning into it's a flop. So I don't think The Creator is gonna have the legs that I was hoping for, or the success I really wanted it to have to send the message to Hollywood. We want more of these movies. Clearly people don't. So it didn't work out. Like I don't know if I said that, but the Rotten Tomato scores dropped into like the 60s. So the initial, it's pretty good, is more like, it's all right. It's the general vibe. Like, it looks great. We want to love it, but it's just not there. Some people did love it. I was very positive on it. It's just a bunch of people. We're calling it that finally an original sci-fi film. It wears its influences so much on its sleeve that a lot of people are like, this isn't original. It's just like a mashup of a bunch of Gareth's favorite sci-fi things. So I don't think it's very likely it'll gain too much momentum in the future. So why do I think The Creator has had such a low opening at the box office? Some of it is it's the inherent problem with a lot of the market right now. It's two sides to this. Hollywood keeps giving us remakes, reboots, sequels because they're easy to market, and then people keep buying tickets for them. And so then it becomes this cycle. And you create a scenario where people just aren't used to like seeing something that they don't really know what it is. They want something they know, something that they trust, that they're going to spend all their money on. They're less inclined to go to the theater. In particular, post-COVID, people are a little bit tighter about when they go to the movies. And some of that's what we even just talked about. COVID created a scenario where movies drop on streaming much sooner. They drop on Vudu and other online stores much sooner. And so people aren't as quick to just rush out to go see a movie. Like, when I was growing up, you'd see a movie in the theater and it would come out on video 9 months, 10 months later. And you could only rent it at Blockbuster, and videotapes cost when they first came out like $90. And so then you definitely went to go see it in the theater because you wouldn't be able to go see it again. And you go with something that you're moderately interested in, or it's not a safe bet. I'll just wait. This is what people have been kind of trained to do recently. And so Hollywood keeps playing that game. What's the stuff that's high demand? And let's put all of our eggs into one basket so we have these $200 million films because they're known properties, big budgets, they're designed to be a big events. And so that's kind of what's going on in the market right now, and why a bunch of us were like, please do well, The Creator, please. I need Hollywood to see you can do other stuff, and I need people. It didn't happen. And maybe it was the wrong movie. Maybe part of the problem with The Creator is that it's just a little bit too serious. which doesn't make it bad, but it makes it a little bit of a tougher sell. Because you show the trailer and you see big battle stuff, but it's all very somber and serious, which fits the tone of the movie. But it doesn't. If you just want a fun escapist night at the movies, you go to that one. Or I mean, maybe here's the ultimate example. I didn't really recommend the movie to my wife. Some of its subject matter and what she isn't into. But like she watched the trailer, like, I don't think so. I mean, I like big sci-fi. That looks too dark for me. And I watched it. I went, yeah, there's some stuff in here she's not gonna like. So we'll wait till it's on video. That's what, as my most anticipated movie of the fall. Whatever I'm excited about, I want to go take my wife to go see so we can talk about it. And we don't have the kids this weekend. We didn't go see The Creator. I didn't even think about taking her to go see The Creator because I don't think she'd like it. And then immediately when that's the case, you go, well, why did it underperform? Maybe it was the wrong original story. It's a little bit too serious. The market doesn't know how to respond to it. And the response wasn't as good as some of us hoped it would be. And so you just kind of have this buzz that it's not the... When it presents itself as this big, epic masterpiece and they're throat slapping that all over the trailers, best movie of the year, all that. And then the actual buzz is like, I mean, it's good, but I've seen movies like this before. Just all that excitement disappears. So I think it's a whole big blend of things. Most of these clips are pulled from my Patreon live streams. I do about 6 live streams every single month for $2 per month, $20 per year. You can get access to all the exclusive videos and live streams for $5 per month. You get your name on my end card. At the top tier, you get a 30-minute video chat with me each month. The link down below in the description has more information.